Hey y'all, hey, good afternoon. It is what is it? Saturday. It's February 12th, 2 days away from Valentine's Day, right? So I wanted to go live. If you are watching this live on Facebook and you need to give StreamYard permission so that I can see your comments. Otherwise than that, I can't see your comments. So as I'm going live here, something has really touched me today where when I talk with women, first let me introduce myself. I am Leslie George, your diversity diva, also known as a diversity diva. And I help women over 30 uh, get out of their own way to help them with some of those limiting beliefs that they may have so that now they could use their uniqueness as their secret sauce so that they can get to the cash so that they can make money, right? Because that's how we survive is we make money. I'm a four-time Amazon best-selling author. I'm an award-winning diversity strategist, and I just love helping and empowering women. So, what I wanted to talk about today is why do you think that what you have inside of you is not enough? Right? Right now, there is some woman out there that's waiting for you to show up. And when I say waiting for you to show up, a lot of times we think we need to get the additional degree. We need to have that additional certification. We need to get it. Oh, I just need like maybe another year or 2 more years experience. I need to have all these things. And life gives us those experiences. As we're going through life and we go through one hurdle and one obstacle, we get experiences. And so I wanted to come on and do a live today to just kind of help empower you, to let you know that you have everything inside of you right now. Now, if you want to go on and get other certifications and other degrees and other things, I understand that. But don't let that stop you from you now going out and moving on the assignment that God has on your life. Because as we know, tomorrow is never promised, the next day is never promised. Because I hear a lot of time when I'm working with women, I hear them saying, "Well, I need to get this, so I need to get that." And I don't know who's the one that's saying or telling women that they need to get whatever that is. Because, like I said, I believe that life just gives us amazing experiences. So, is it part of your limited narrative that you have that's going on in your head that you feel that you need to please people? So, I need to have this because that will please people, and now they would see me as an expert, right? So is that one of the things that we may be struggling with? So I just want to help any of my people pleasers that are out there. Uh, let's just stop. Let's get out of our own head and get out of our way. Because I did a TikTok earlier, and in that TikTok, that's what I said is that there is someone that's waiting for you. I look at life as a relay race. And the reason why I use a relay race, because for me, that's a great narrative for us to show progression. So as you're in a team and one is moving forward, as you get to a certain point, you're now going to pass your baton to someone else that's coming up. So I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. So as life as a relay race, when you get to a certain point, you can now look back and pass your baton to someone else. So what that means is that you've gotten to a different place that that other person hasn't gotten to. And I think a lot of times we get so stuck in trying to get this and that and whatever that is and not realizing that as we're going through this amazing journey called life that we are gaining amazing experiences. But what are we doing with the experiences that we have? Are we just keeping them to ourselves? Are we bottling them up to ourselves? And are we not sharing? If we're not sharing with other women, if we're not creating community and we're not sharing with other women, we don't know what we've gone through that can now help another woman. right? And the reason why I always say women is because to date, I have not coached a man. So all the women that I serve are women, and that's really my preferred space, right? Not that I could not coach a man, but that really is my preferred space because I can identify. I can identify with some of the challenges that we face as women. When I say the challenges that we face, it could be the different hats that we wear. We wear so many different hats, and sometimes we get lost in that, right? So that's why I'm always going to refer to women. If for you, you've been called to lead men, amazing. But the same thing applies. The same thing applies that you have lived experiences that somebody else can learn from. Your lived experience is something else is someone else can take that, and that's now a permission slip for them. So I don't want us to really sleep on our lived experiences, how important our lived experiences are. So you don't need to get that additional certification. You don't need to have X amount of experience to maybe write a book and become an author. At my first go around at being an author, I didn't know anything, but there were certain things for me that was foundational. I wanted to do a co-author book and I wanted to bring women together. And with everything in life, we approach everything in life usually with the same blueprint. So for me, it was just the project was just the book, right? So it really doesn't matter what the project is. You've done things in your life that now you can use that blueprint for anything else that you're going to do. So I just wanted to come on here real quick today and to help encourage you and to inspire you that you don't need additional. You don't need to go back to school right now. You don't need that additional certification. You don't maybe need to work in a job and get additional experience to do whatever that it is that you may want to do. To maybe start a second career in your life. Maybe you want to be a life coach. Maybe your heart is in wellness, but because you've never coached anyone in wellness, you feel that you can't do it. Well, I'm pretty sure you coach yourself, and I'm pretty sure you brought yourself through some things. That's the experience. In terms of being a life coach, you don't necessarily need a certification because life has given you experiences. That's your certification. So now, based on your experiences, you can now help someone else. So I hope you get the message that I'm trying to leave with each and every one of you as you're watching this live. You're watching this live now, or you even come back and watch the replay. And I'll ask you to please leave some notes in the comments because I will come back and respond to you. Life gives us experiences, and we are to use those experiences to help others usher them into their next. You're always going to hear me talk about your next because it's not about us trying to get to the top of the stairs. It's about us trying to climb the next stair. If you can't get to the next stair, oh man, getting to that top of the flight of the stairs, that's like untouchable, unreachable. So we need to get to the next stair. So thank you so much for those that have been watching. As I said, I was not going to be long today. Actually, I'm getting ready to go to an event. Um, but I wanted to just come on and just share some things that have been on my heart because as I speak with women and I coach women, a lot of times there's so many things that's holding us back. Now we can go out there all day, every day and be super mom. We can be super auntie, super grandma, super sister, that super employee. We can go out there and be all those superstars in those spaces. But for some reason, when it comes to what we want to do, our heart's desire for what we want to do, that can just hold us back. I was just on an incredible live. A friend of mine has had a dream to launch her online boutique. And let me tell you, that was absolutely incredible. She had the music going on. She's in North Carolina. She had the music going on. She has a cake. She had prayer. She was showing us the different outfits, which I'm going to be going and purchasing some outfits. But it was amazing. Why? Because it's a dream that she's always had to launch her own online boutique. And today, on February 12th, 2022, she went ahead and did that thing. And there were so many people on the live. She had about 40 people on the live, people in the comments just interacting and so forth. And that's what I'm talking about, that you don't need to. You need now. She works for the U.S. Postal Service. She wants to donate her job back to the U.S. Postal Service. So when it comes to the name of her online boutique is called Flossie's Closet, which is a dedication to a grandmother, that her grandmother always imparted how important it was to show up in style. So she's been dressing. She says even when she was in daycare, she was wearing dresses and dressing up because her grandmother did that. So that's something she's been doing all her life. Life has given her experience. And now, because of the experience that she's gained, she's now launched an online boutique that now women across the world can go online and check out some of the things that she's chosen because it's absolutely amazing. What is it that you have? What is that burning desire that you have right now? Like not tomorrow, like right now. What is that burning desire that you have, that you want to do something that has been gnawing at you for 20, 30 years? And I could talk about that gnawing for 20, 30 years because for well over 20 years, I kept on saying every year, I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book. Had no clue how to start, but I kept on saying it. I didn't make any moves to do it. And then one day, finally, it came out of my mouth to ask somebody that does publishing. And then we help put that in place. So now, what do? I have women all over the world with their books. I help women all over the world become Amazon best-selling authors. And that brings me so much joy because I'm helping women launch something that's been inside of them. I'm helping women bring out their story. And how important is your story? Each and every one of us, we have a story. Each and every one of us, our story is our voice. How many of us have been muted? Right? So, like I said, not here long, just wanted to pop in and really share that the time is now. It is not next week. It's not 2 weeks from now. It is now. So, do you need to start putting some things in place so that your now can be a reality? So, one of the things, start writing some things down. Like, have you been journaling this thing? Start writing these things down. Make 2 columns, pros and cons, right? What is the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? We're so afraid that we may fail. What does failure really look like? And how do you fail? This I'm gonna give you a tip. You fail by not doing. That's how you fail. Right? Today with Flossie's Closet, she had some technical difficulties. We're supposed to go live at 4. She didn't go live till after that. Did that stop her from launching Flossie's Closet? No, it didn't. Because she had amazing people that were waiting for her to go live, right? So what is it that we are afraid of? What is the failure? The failure is when you don't show up, when you don't show up for yourself, when you don't show up for your legacy. That's the failure, right? So that's what I want to leave with you. When you don't show up, and I get it, we may not have the courage to show up because maybe we haven't seen it. Maybe we don't understand how it works. I will implore you to get with somebody that can help walk you through that. Get with somebody that's part of what they do to help walk you through that, right? Because sometimes, here's the other thing, sometimes we don't understand that we need to invest in ourselves. At one time in my life, I didn't know what a life coach was. I invested in a life coach. And let me tell you something, that was one of the best decisions I've ever made because that literally changed the trajectory of my life because I understand now about investing in Leslie. So that's why sometimes I get so passionate because I understand what that is. So what is it that you need to put into action, that you need to put into place now? Now, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Why? Because there's someone, I guarantee you, there's someone that's waiting for what you have. So thank you for joining me. For those that are here on the live, I so appreciate you. If you didn't put your comments in here, if you didn't give StreamYard permission, I can't see your comments. So thank you for joining me. And for those that come back for the replay, just put in, as you know, put in hashtag replay, and I will interact with your comments. So appreciate you. And your diversity diva, Leslie George. I'm going to be out for now. Have an incredible Saturday afternoon. Peace and love. Bye bye.